Hey everyone, this is Benjamin here from the African Geek, and you are welcome to this fantastic tutorial on Adobe After Effects. Before we get started, make sure to smash the subscribe button and hit the bell icon to get notified anytime I upload new videos. So let's jump straight into After Effects. And this is something I want you to know. It's always good to have two versions of After Effects so that just in case one is messing up, you can switch to the other. I have 2017 and 2015, and I always get to use the 2017, but this time around I was trying to open the 2017 and it was messing up. It wasn't opening at all, and I had to make this tutorial because I've been trying. This is the third time trying to make this tutorial because so many distractions. Was raining, noise and all of that. Living in a house with so many people, this is the side effect. So let's jump straight into After Effects. So the first thing I'll do is create a new composition and we'll name it as main comp. Okay, and I'll just try as much as possible not to waste your time this time around. So let's get into it. The first thing to do is to right click, new, solid, and I'll name mine BG, background. Okay, and the second thing I'll do is to create another one and I'll name this as classic lines. Okay, and okay, so once we have this, we'll just apply the fractal noise effect. So fractal noise, and this is what we have. Okay, so I'll just make my fit. Then I'll come into the settings. We have the contrast. I'll reduce the brightness down a bit. I'll increase the contrast. Okay, and I'll come into my transform. I'll uncheck the uniform scaling and I'll increase the height to 6000. Okay, so we have something fresh like this, and I'll reduce my my brightness more. So once we have this, we just have to continue to add the hue and did I say hue? No, hue not now. And Bezier. Okay, so just in case you saw the shortcut I just did, this thing is the FX console. So if you don't have it, you can just come here and search for Bezier. I don't know how to mention it. I've been trying so much, but I don't know. Okay, so we've added the Bezier warp, and what we are going to do is this time around you need to play with this thing. Okay, I'm not going to give you a specific arrangement, so just play with it. So this is me trying to create something out of this, so you also have to play with yours. Okay, so this is how I want to go with mine, and I'll bring this down and I'll bring this one also down and I'll pull this one up. Okay, let me just so I'm just trying to get this thing working. Okay, so pardon me. Okay, and I'll bring this down and this will also come down. So you see, I'm just trying to arrange this thing, just trying to create a nice design, and you should do the same. Okay, I learned this from who is it called, the After Effects god, Andrew Kramer from Video Copilot, and I just decided why not just create a tutorial to also teach people how to do this, because I think it's a fun thing we can all do. So yeah, fit. Then I think something like this is cool, but I don't think I'm still satisfied, so I'll go with something like this and do this thing over here. Okay, and I'll decrease this and pull this down a bit more, and I'll pull this also down. Okay, so that you can have something like this. So this is me trying to play with things over here. Okay, so I think this looks cooler, and what we will do is we'll animate this by playing with the evolution. So alt click, okay, then just type time times 60. Okay, fine. So I'll just close this one up. So once you scrub through, you'd realize there's some sort of animation going through. Okay, now I'll just set this to full so that we can see how smooth it looks. So now the next thing we're going to do is add a hue and saturation to colorize our design. So you check the colorize box, sorry, and you just adjust the colorize hue, and that would be changing the color. So I would also want to increase the saturation to something like this. I think it's looking pretty interesting, but there's this specific, oh wow, this is the color I'm looking for. Yeah, so the next thing I'll do is I'll add a glow. Okay, and with a glow, what I'll do is I'll increase the radius, okay, and I'll decrease the threshold, okay, and the intensity I'll increase it, in a touch, by a touch or something like that. So I would go back into my project and I'll alt click on this, to get more specific colors so that it will look better. Yeah, but it also increases rendering time, I think. So this is what we have, and don't worry, right now when you're trying to scrap through, because it's also trying to render, so it doesn't look smooth, but after you do the final rendering, it will look smooth. Okay, so yeah, then what we can do now is we can just duplicate. So duplicate, and we have the second line, and I'll go into the Bezier warp. Okay, and let me just turn the other one off. Okay, so I would want to change these ones. Okay, I want to create something more slimmer, if I should say, something more slimmer in our so we are just playing with these things. So just play. If you don't have fun doing what you want or what you do, I don't know how else you can have fun. So yeah, create this and this. Okay, I think this is fine. Not really. I wanted something more sleek. My definition of sleek wouldn't be the same as your definition of sleek, so no offense if I'm doing something crazy. Okay, so I think this is cooler, and oh no. Okay, so I'll just click this and move it like this, bring this one down. Increase this more, increase. Okay, so we are having something like this, and I think this is cooler. Okay, so for the sake of this tutorial, I just don't want to waste time, so I'll just change the color to something like this. Okay, it's fine, and I'll go into the Fractal noise settings and I'll decrease this more because I just want something slight. And you just play with your contrast and the brightness. Okay, so then I'll just come to turn this on, and I want to blend them, so I'll come into the blending mode. So if you can't find your blending modes, you just have to toggle. Okay, use the toggle switches, or you press F4. If your F4 is enjoying this cold weather, you can just use the toggle switches down there. So you just come there and use screen, search for screen. It's screen. Okay, so screen, and you use this one also, screen, so that it blends well. I think it's looking beautiful now, but maybe I'll just reduce this more by a touch. Just okay, it's looking cooler. Then maybe I can shift it. To something like this. Okay, that's cool. So let's just play with something. So Control R. So I'll do this negative 90 degrees. I want to see something. Negative 90 degrees. I want to see how it's going to look like. Okay, so it means that I can have something like this, and let me just lock this one, the background. So I just select all scale, and let me just increase the scale, and let's see. So we can even have something like this, and I think I'll even go with this. Okay, so I'll uncheck. I'll uncheck this, and the X Oh, sorry, why? I think I have to increase the, okay. So I think I like this. I'm loving this already. Wow. So you see, like I always say, just play along. You don't need to be so strict on yourself. Just play, and this is looking beautiful. Wow. Look, I think we can just stop here. And yeah, that's all. So I'll see you in my next. Come on, I can't be joking. I have to be serious. I always remind myself that I have to be serious. So the next thing we have to do now is to make some sort of like 3D kind of thing. So right click, new camera. It should give us a warning, but we don't mind. So okay, I knew it was going to be a warning. Okay, so do you know why there's a warning? Because this is in 2D. So you just have to switch it to 3D by clicking on these two check boxes. Okay, so it makes it 3D. And I want us to create some small animation. So press on the camera or select your camera, press the P for position, press on the stopwatch, move forward, and then C for camera, and I'll just rotate this a little bit. I don't want any huge movement, just something to show there's movement, something like that. And yeah, and the next thing I'm going to do is right click, and this is going to be tricky. I haven't tested it, but I think it would be nice. So let's just play with it. So we'll come and we select particles. We'll name it. I'll name my solid particles. So okay, and okay. Then what I'll do is I'll search for particle. CC, is it CC particle world of systems? One of them. But yeah, okay. I think this one. And if you have to go through, this is how it's going to look like. So we'll come to the producer and would increase the so increase the radius X and increase the radius Y. Okay, then radius Z. Okay, you increase it also because it's in 3D. Then we'll come into the particle. Okay, to the line, you can use shaded sphere and you'd have something like this. So you can change the colors. Okay, there's so many colors you can use. So I'll go with some blue sort of, and the other one I'll go with some green, something like that. Okay, and I'll just want to turn just the grid lines or something like that. Okay, I think it's okay. So uncheck the grid. Okay, yeah, and horizon access box. Just okay. So then what I'll do is, so over here, just play with things. Like just play with things. I'm also like just playing with stuff. Okay, so over here, just play with things because I'm also playing with things right now. So with the depth size, I'll reduce it, and the bed size, the bed size is rather, I would rather reduce the bed size now, increase the depth size a little bit. Okay, and we have the max opacity. I'll reduce this slightly, like I'll reduce it like maybe 20 or so, or maybe I'll just choose the bubble, something like this, which is looking right now it's moving so fast. So we'd want to would come into the physics. Okay, and the velocity or the gravity would reduce the gravity to maybe 2. Okay, so that the gravity wouldn't, I don't know if you can see what I'm doing, but we just want some slow movement. Or I can just reduce the gravity to 0 and velocity, increase the velocity a little bit. Okay, so that I can let me just see. It's actually going to take a while to load, so I'll offset this so that it doesn't look like it's now okay. Okay, so now offset this. Why is this thing trying to mess up with me? Okay, so something like this, and I think I'm okay with it. So yeah. Okay, so with the dead side just looking too big. Okay, I'm not trying to create a particle or something, so I'll just reduce this. Okay, we just want something subtle and stuff, and I'll come up here. Let me close this, and the longevity and the bed rate, I'll reduce it also a little bit. Okay, because we don't want so many what do you call it, particles. Okay, so yeah, and I think this is fine, and let's add our text. Okay, so what we'll do is I'll turn the particles off for now. Let me turn all of these things off so that we can load things quickly. So I'll just type classic. How do you spell classic? CLASSIC. Okay, and now increase the size to something like this. Okay, and I'll come to window, align. I want the align. Okay, so I'll just align this to the center, and this is how it looks right now. Let me see. I think it's looking fine. Let me place it in between and see. I think it's cool. Yeah, so you can just play with it. Okay, so I'll just do this, and what I'll do is I'll use the drop shadow. Okay, and just to give it some shadow, some slight shadow. So the distance, I'll increase it a little bit. Oh no, it went too much, so I'll reduce it just a little bit, 10, and the softness I'll make it like 5. Okay, and yeah, I don't know if you can see it, but maybe let me increase this a little bit, align to the center. Okay, and what I can do here is I would add, what can I add? I think I can add a gradient ramp on this, and I'll just pull this one back here. Okay, so with the controls, so something like this. Okay, you can take the black upwards, or you can just change it to a gray so that it doesn't cause too much problems. Okay, so something like this, classic. And I think with the drop shadow is showing too much, so I'll just reduce the drop shadow. With the distance, I'll reduce it to 5 or 6. It's just me right now, just playing with things. And the next thing I'm going to do is to add, okay, I'll also make this 3D, okay, so that it also moves with the camera. Okay, and I'll add the lens flare. So what we'll do is we'll create a new solid, and we'll name this flare. Okay, then I'll come and look for lens flare. So this is an interesting thing. So toggle switches, come to the mode, choose screen. Okay, yeah, so then I'll move the size here. Okay, so now this us just playing with this. So you can, with the blending with original, you can choose how you want it to blend, but I'll just choose 0. And with the flare brightness, you can increase it or decrease it. And the lens type, you can choose, you can just switch. I haven't tested this before, so I'm now testing things here. Okay, I don't like this one. So the zoom, I think this is fine, just going with the basic one. Okay, so what we can do is from the beginning we just set the lens center to here, then we move like 6 seconds, okay, and we just move it here, okay, and I think maybe I'll just reduce the brightness. Okay, so reduce the brightness or something like this, and I'll move this up a little bit. Okay, so this is what we have right now, and I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, just let me know in the comment section. If you didn't, just let me know also in the comment section, and I hope you can use this for your titles and all of that. It's just interesting. Okay, so my name is Benjamin, and I will see you in my next tutorial. Don't forget to like and subscribe too. Yeah, so I'll see you in my next one.